Okay, people. I want to talk about pole control. So, literally, let it be organization. So, the one thing that I kind of got into doing is putting these blue marks up on here, yellow tape, red tape. Is something we did in college, which actually helped us organize the length of poles. So, each of the different lengths of poles is a different color. So, let's go through downtown with the brown, and we got yellow, 11.6 blue, 12 red, 12.6 is black. Then we get orange on the 13s. It's an ugly 13, I know. 13.6 is our gray, caution tape, hazard tape. And then camo for the 15s. I ran out of colors. And then if you ever find any of my, where is it at? A 15.6, I got Cosmos tape just because ran out of colors and you're going flying high into space, so you might as well have something to match it. So I do this horizontally, and actually, you know what we can do? I did this horizontally, and all I got were these fast tracks. I think it was Home Depot or I believe it was Home Depot. But then you get these big old hooks on them, and then you're able to hold the poles. And if it gets to a crazier amount, I might need to build another thing somewhere. But I don't think it could be here. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll find some space. Nonetheless, or we double up, and that'd be so close. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to figure it out when it comes to it. So. Shut up, computer. So, what else? I got all the weights through here. So, some people do it vertically, and then they have like 11s, 12s, whatever, and then they go by stiffness and whatnot. I just like it here so you can roll through. And 11, 630, cool. Here we are. Ba-doop, doop. We get going. Other than that, I wanted to go through at least taping and numbering, and I wonder. Yeah, that one's off. A few of these I labeled wrong a while ago. And the other day I was like, let me just cross them out. But then it looks like this. Way too many marks. Kids are goofballs, and sometimes they hold the wrong spot on the poles and everything. So you got to take all these things into consideration as a coach or even an athlete with younger fools with you. Even though, and we're pole vaulting, you got to be a little crazy, you got to be a little out there. So we just got to help a brother out, make sure things are consistent with their markings. This is not a good one. And so it comes to be a thing where see where you screwed up, and it's these ones with that. Okay, that's good. All of mine, hot diggity, should be right about exactly the same. It's just these dumb ones where I wasted my time in doing that. I should have just retaped them when it happened. It just takes a while. Then I can go through taping and how to tape with y'all. Let me move this back just so you get a little, you're not looking at my back or my butt. I don't even know what the heck you're seeing back there. I don't even want to know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see, last one. And then I know there was one up here, but I think I just retaped it. And then that's good. That actually just needs a little darker numbers. And there's pole maintenance too. Sometimes your poles just get old and raggedy. So I found this tape. Passed all my receipts and everything. I found this tape where you can get a box of, how many is it? Whatever. I literally have, 8 times 4 stacks. It's probably around like 32 or 24. Doesn't matter. It's so much more than you get from Dick's Sporting Goods. Go ahead and get that. It is so much more worth every penny in that. Let's get to some of these poles. So let's get one of these bad ones that somebody probably is going to be using this weekend so I can get that done. All right, let's choose 11'20", and this will be short, sweet, to the point. So, come here. Come here. Hello. So. I say so a lot. But that's just a continuation in the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Need to get this sucker going. So all my pulls, I tape from the bottom up because then the tape doesn't roll. Rolling the tape is literally when, let me do it upwards on this. Oh, it's too connected. I'd have to do it to a new one. But when you roll the tape, it gets all bumpy and stuff. It's also not a legal wrapping of the pull when it gets so rigidy to where it's literally like, I mean, you're holding on to like finger grips. So unfortunately, it needs to not be that way. But also, it looks aesthetically pleasing by the end when it isn't that way too. Oh yeah. Also another way, one of my old coaches, when it's a really old pole, you used to be able to do this very easily. You probably can't even see it. Let me get up on here. Oh, we're getting to this stuff. Oh, darn it. Oh my gosh, it's slippery rock. This is even when this is like tiresome to do all this stuff. I just remember that one day I literally had to do as many poles as they had. I think it was around 300, and my hands were just raw by the end from all the adhesive just taking off little layers of skin. Oh my gosh, it was so rough there. Get off. I'm going to take some scissors to that. Hot diggity. Everything's sticking together. It's almost like it's an adhesive. Where are my scissors at? Dude, this is crazy. I got it. Dang cover's coming off. But also, this is always when the kids do this, that they get taping it so low because they want their low hand grips and stuff. And I'm also like, dude, this is like 7 feet, bro. One thing, all right, you don't need a freaking tape for your bottom hand. First off, you don't. Grow up. You don't. So, get off your high horse and stop taping these poles so far down the dang thing. Then I go in here and make it look like chopped liver. And then it's just, oh my Lanta. We also don't need grips down there. It's an 11-footer. I know it's when people rent these things out and then they put that there for their bottom hand. I might even, do I just leave it open? Then it's just sticky to the world. Okay. So, a needle pulling thread. Where is my tape? So I just taped up 4 poles here beside me. Or behind me. Let's see. Come on down here. And keep following. And juke move. Let's see. If I am up here, can you see me? Let's do this. So how I used to do it was right here. And I would just go up and around an inch around. And I'm saying I used to do it. I'm not like I haven't even been doing this for like only a couple of days straight. But then I would go up and around. I'd cover about an inch over again. And then you get at least the overlap. But now, yeah, now it gets all wrinkly there in the beginning because it's a better way it lays. I'm hating that I'm saying it, but I was wrong. There's a better way to tape poles up. And it is this way because then you're holding it continuously at this angle, it doesn't get all wrinkled. I hate it. I hate that this is a better way to go about it, but it's okay. And I'm mainly doing this because so y'all can see a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to do this pull, and then we're going to be done with this. I'm going to go home, and I forgot. Well, I did another one like this, but then the sound went off, and it was like, I don't know, I was just talking too much the whole thing. I was just blabbering. Unlike what I'm doing right now, because I'm actually doing something to it. And I didn't tape a pole up. So they're showing this whole process. But I keep tension on the thumb to keep the tape tight. And then roll with my left. That the pole keeps moving. And I just hold it at the same exact angle. It just climbs up the pole. I overlap by like a 1/4 inch. Let me show you. Now, get out of the way. Scooby-Doo-wop-bow. Oh, stop it. It's trying to follow me. Follow me all around the planet. I run the gamut on psychology. Think I never meant it with the damn, with no apology. Pick them up the penny because the minute because I got to be firm. Oh, but I got to. Oh, okay. But yeah, you can see how it is overlapping in some areas. It's got about a 1/2 inch. Look at that. That is a beautiful specimen right there. Oh. Even the freaking thing is admiring it. All right, so what we gonna do? I'm gonna remove this, and then we are gonna. Oops, where's my? Oh, I gotta take this off. So watch, it's gonna try and follow me, and this thing will probably spin on its own. Yeah, see how it's trying to spin? It's trying to follow my body. Being on the left of the screen. Hold on. Oh, I gotta take this off. Then I put this one on. This one will actually be able to be angled and then look permanently. Oh, son of a gun. It's hard to do this with my left hand right now. I'm trying to hold this up with my right. What if? No, oh, we're good. Yeah, buddy. Word to your mother, another to your brother, and maybe another one for the other. Let me see here. Mana. Doop doo doop boo. Scooby Doo. Man, come on here. Wait, did I do it sideways that whole time? Yeah, I did it sideways. We're good. Never mind. Ooh, almost pressed the dang power button. Oh my gosh, now you're not wanting to freaking stay. Oh my god, you turd. What I want you to do. Will it zoom in? Let me see about this. Alright. So I'm gonna be on down on this end and I'm just talking. So I'm putting one end at 10 feet exactly on the runway. And then this end should be around 11.1 because technically these are all 11 and 1 and 11.7 and all that jazz. They just sell them as 11 foot 11.7s because it sounds nicer. Not really. Yeah, it probably just does. Boom. Okay. So now we gonna go 9 feet first because I have tape on this 10 spot. I don't like that. I don't want to have any confusion. Oh, darn. Let's do this. I don't want it to be off by even the slightest little bit. 2, 4, 6. I put 9.6 here because kids sometimes be stupid. Me, myself, I'm the same. So I'm not even going to go and put 10, 6, 8, 10. I'm not even going to put that 10 on there. I know that these are right based off of this measuring tape. Be nice and taut. But I don't know exactly where that line is. That's why I don't necessarily like it. And I'm pretty sure I put the tape on it exactly. But I don't even trust myself, dude. I just want these numbers to be perfect. All right, you know what? Just for the little turds that put this extra bit of tape on, I'm going to put a bit there. 8, 8, 8, 10. Like, that's understandable. This part isn't. Because if you're a short little son of a gun using this, I got you. And you you holding high is like 9 feet. I got you. Because I'm on that same thing when it comes to straight poles. I mean, one of my dudes, Walter, tall. And that son of a gun, he can do like straight poles holding, I don't even know what. It's ridiculous though. Some people just from their height, they're able to do a little bit more. Boom. Muy perfecto. And then you have the whole pole. So, let me bring this over to you. Go with this. So, every 2 inches, 8 feet, 9, 2, 4, 6. Some people like to do 3 inches. Whatever. Get a measuring tape and do it that way. I don't care. It's all about having consistency with all this stuff. That's literally all I'm worried about. Consistency with measurements, consistency with runs. I know my spot. I'm not having to guess my spot. This is exactly where it was last time. And that's exactly where I'm going to go next time because I felt freaking great that day and I feel great today. So why is it going to be any different? Unless I did get faster. There's 100% that. But we write things down. We remember things. We have things written on here. So it can be this science experiment where there's not so many variables because if we do hand grips and stuff like that, here's the thing, buckaroo. Not everybody's hand grips are exactly the same. So, yeah, you can't be going off of just hand grips and whatever, steps back or like there has to be this thing of what your body metrics are and it's going to change from person to person just because you're holding at 10 feet. I'm 5'5", being gracious. I used to be 5'5" and 5'8". Don't know what happened. I'm down at 5'5" now. But nonetheless, if I talk about Walter again, who is 6'3" or whatnot, he's a bigger guy than me. He's going to be closer to the pit because he stands it up higher. He has a higher plant angle and all them things. He is going to be able to get like way different numbers than I do whenever it comes to where I'm standing and doing all that stuff. I know I said I was going to be quick and get in, get out, but then my phone died and then I started taking off tape on poles and I was like, you know what? Might as well mumble and bumble as I go through a few more of these. Might as well, content. Yeah. I caught it with my foot. At least it didn't smack up against the ground. Oh yeah, and then at least pole control, how we are taking care of them at a track meet. So when we're at the meet, poles aren't just splayed out. We're actually putting them either on the bag, in the bag, maybe even preferably so everybody knows where all the poles are. Even if there's up on a rack, some kid's going to go back there, oh my God, where's the 1460? Or whatever. If they're all in the same spot, coolio, Don Julio. But most of the time, they're not. And when they are in the same spot, then everybody knows what's happening, where the poles are, and they're not geeking out or whatever. Coming to me, Jimmy! And I go, if I go back there and find it right now because it's on one of those racks and you didn't check that, we're going to have you doing 27 push-ups. Nobody ever does, but I always find the pole. It's always just silly mistakes or like thinking something somewhere else. Da 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 da. You know, kids. Oh, you have to be pretty dang patient with them. Yeah, and it's like from all the mess ups, then you have to evolve. Like you can't just continue to do the same stuff and like let it be not labeling polls based off of something, because kids just grab them and go sometimes. And yeah, you gotta just limit the possibility of that junk happening. It will. I had a kid, and even with all my labeling and everything, he picked up a 13.6 115. Many guys aren't that small either. And so he was supposed to get the 13.6 150. You can probably infer what happened next. So he killed the pole. And all that. Oh man, that was I was so disappointed in him. Say that rather than mad. Disappointed in his actions there. So disappointed I was quiet. If you could believe that. I'm normally the loudest son of a gun out here. That's just how I am. But they were cool with figuring out how to get another one back here. But so here's the thing. Patience is awesome, but also how you organize these polls. Oh yeah, and then we're at meets and all that. Let's go back to that real quick. But let's say you got the field goal post, you can hang them up on the field goal post. That's I feel better. But if it's a windy day, also take that in consideration. Things are gonna fall, and they bang up against whatever, and like you think it does nothing, but these poles get bruised and then they make crack and all. That is not a good thing when they smack up against the extenders. I should probably throw on some styrofoam on there. Probably wouldn't be the worst thing. You get the insulation, not pipe insulation. This stuff that I even put as oh, here we go. My bungee additive is just what you use on copper pipes and stuff. I just use insulation on that. But poles get bruised, poles get nicked and stuff. You need to limit the amount that happens. And the more you can do that, the longer these can last. And the kids after you, so think of it, if you're an athlete here, kids after you get a chance and a shot to use these poles for years to come. Don't be selfish with the way you are. Don't be all throwing them down and whatever. Like, take your hissy fit somewhere else, put the pole down, and then go unleash your anger, whatever. But like on concrete and all this junk, dude, it is just bad for these poles. Bad news bears for show. What's other ways I unroll these things? Push down with the hand. You can kind of roll through. Need my scissors again. Oh my lord! Like I said, this stuff just. It's also the Pacer one, so it's not necessarily like the nicest thing. So it's not like I'm surprised that this comes off. Not like a madman, because it's really like their general line of poles. It's their E-glass. It's a little heavier. That's why for most of my big dogs, it's the S-glass ones, because they're just heavy. They don't even make the Pacer ones in like the 14-foot size or anything anymore. Let's see. Are we still? Hopefully we're still doing something. Okay. Whoa. Is it turned on? I don't know. Did we? Let's see. Need to turn the Pivo on. Is that working? We back? We back? Yeah. I get a little movement on. Wonder if that even got me. I don't want to have to talk again. But yeah, You got to take care of this stuff because they are breakable. They do bend. When things bend, they do break. It is just being as safe as you can in your practices. Even if you're jumping under your weight in a pole, holding low so that it is stiffer for me. You can do that safely, but you need to be wary that your weight higher up on that pole may cause it to bend too much. And I bet even the one guy who jumped on the 13.6, I almost said his name there. I don't want to talk bad on him, so I'll take names out of it. But if you were holding 8 feet halfway down on it, you know what? Probably be all right. But like even me holding like 9 feet on 10-foot 100, scary. Very scary. You learn how to plant right on small poles because those suckers will bend when they do not get set up right. Oh my God, this is very sticky. Holy crap. This is going to be a fun one to take off. Oh my God. I'll fix my truck sunroof. Hopefully that all clears up before these snowstorms. I need to put in my upholstery up there on the wall. That's what I'm looking over at. Oh my gosh, this one is really, I might have to save this for the morning. I can get home, get showered, and get the heck to bed. Got a 7 a.m. due tomorrow morning for my PT stuff. So at least for y'all who know me as the pole vault coach, yeah, you just ripped there. Screw this. We gonna get it in the morning. I also do all that. But pole care, how to have the poles at meets. What else? Even that was a little aggressive for my liking. Even though it probably is all right. That was even a little aggressive. I should have put that down a little bit later. But taking care of these poles, having them all taped up in a even way. I mean, look at that. Oh, hold on here. Come here, Pivo. Take some weight off. Look at that. Bounce. Wow. That's pretty. Nice and even. Look, you just see the little. Oh, looks so nice. Having them all numbered so that your science experiment is working as experiment does. Low variables. You're only trying to test one thing. How high can we freaking get over that bar? Whatever. Almost said bungee. Just because I started looking at them. You know, yeah. Simple as that. Other than that, this is another episode of the Shipcast. And I got to figure out putting my logo and stuff after this. Because I have a little video. I just don't know where the heck it is. It's somewhere in the loop. Somewhere in my drive. Other than that, peace out, my people. And I will catch you on the next one.